After ravaging aeons pass, and civilizations rise and fall, do the laws that make the few wealthy really never change? As humans, often fall in the deepest emotional pits in our lifetime, we then tend to look for an easy fix or get-rich-quick schemes, which often lead us to despair. And as we go on this journey to find a solution, some would come across these so-called 12 universal laws that were called the cornerstones of creation and this space we reside. Can you really apply these 12 laws in your life? In the rise of the pandemic alone, the intense surge of unemployment from 2019 to 2020, from 187.3 million to 220.3 million, alarmed households and analysts worldwide. Though it is expected to decrease to 205 million this 2022 from 220.5 million from last year 2021, it has already caused so much pain to millions of people. At the same time, or specifically, in December 2021, Elon Musk's net worth, according to Forbes, increased to 244.8 billion. As of end of trading on December 29, 2021, according to Bloomberg's Billionaires Index, he has $277 billion, plus an addition of $121 billion to his net worth since Tesla shares increased at 60%, making him the richest man in the world last year. Despite all these figures, we all know the struggles he experienced during the early years of his businesses. So, what now? We may never become Elon Musk, but perhaps we could increase our net worth by following even just the basic laws in the system of our universe. This so-called life is not an easy game. If you believe you have to make a change, even in small tasks, join me as we explore these so-called thought-provoking 12 universal laws. Let's get as much actionable ideas that we can apply in real life. Number 1 is the law of divine oneness. This law states that we are all connected as we base it on consciousness and thoughts. This allows us to view the intrinsic nature of matter, where consciousness permeates the universe and our world, and not just numbers in electrons or protons in our systems. In a study in Nature's scientific reports, it is shown that the universe is expanding like the human brain. Physicist Kevin Basler said that there could be a certain fundamental law of nature that governs these. The clustering of the universe are like the functions of neurons in the brain, which also resembles the networks being created by the internet, social, and biological connections. What this tells us is that we may be different from each other, but we are connected in a larger scale. You may not want to acknowledge this, especially if you observe that the people around you have different personalities and actions that are way far from your standards. Let's not just look at that, but consider the actions of individuals. If you are a part of a whole, that means that what you do can affect others. Let's return to Elon Musk again. If he is able to colonize Mars and enable space travel for the public and not just the super rich, this can contribute to Earth, since kids and adults will have the opportunity to travel outside our planet and experience what it feels like to be on Mars. Of course, we have to consider the financial feasibility of this, but it's just an example. To us who want to at least improve our lives and increase our net worth, you can apply this by showing better customer service and genuine compassion to others without always thinking of the return you can take from them. Since this law states that everything is connected, under consciousness and thoughts, if you treat your customers well, like our previous example, They would consider returning to you again for another business transaction if they consider your approach trustworthy. If this happens, you did not just build a lasting relationship with your customers or clients while giving them what they need, but also repeat sales, which can boost your business or working conditions. It's a win-win for both of you. The other example is compassion, which you can give freely. You can give this to your family, relatives, or even strangers who need your help. You know life is so fragile, and you may not know if you can make a difference to someone's life just by showing acts of love. I've read real-life examples of this before, and those people are able to prevent the suicide of someone or support someone in a life-changing career with a so-called small acts of kindness. Number 2 is the law of vibration, or law of energy. This law states that everything is made up of energy, and all matter vibrates through light and motion through various frequencies. Since even our thoughts are of energy, we have to vibrate in accordance to those that we desire. It means that the vibrations that we send out will return to us in one form or another. An example is if you want to be financially free or become a millionaire, you tend to look for ways or ideas on how to earn. If you want to feel motivated, you can search for motivational videos, hypnosis, meditation, or read books that can uplift your mood. Since your thoughts are on these matters, more information and related people and events will occur in accordance to your will. However, if you are a negative thinker and you always search about how the world is coming to its end, the youth becoming a failure to the society, the economy is the worst ever, or your credits that are piled up and think that you can never pay this, you will surely receive more news and information in this, since these are what you are seeking, instead of possible solutions. An example is instead of the end of the world, how about you make a way, so that you could appreciate the moments of your life, or the beauty that this world offers to us, by traveling, making a way to preserve it, or focusing on this mindset. You'd be shocked that you will notice the beauty of nature, the animals, wind, or the landscapes near you that you didn't even notice before. If you could even make programs to preserve its wonders, then that would be great too. If you want to use this for your net worth, focus on those that you want and align your mindset, like learning about wealth accumulation, investment portfolios, index funds, bonds, real estate, and more. Number 3 is the law of action. This law of action sounds easy, but it is one of the hardest to accomplish. It simply means once you realize that you are one in consciousness and can vibrate through motion and light, you have to act in accordance to your goals, dreams, or emotions, so that you can manifest this in reality. In all of these laws, after considering the law of energy or vibration, wherein you align your vibration to those that you desire, taking action is on a different level. You may watch many motivational, educational, or financial videos if you want to be a millionaire, but as long as you don't take the initiative to walk step by step towards reaching your first million, you won't be there. And of course, we are often tempted to take the easy path and join scams or get-rich-quick schemes, since we want to receive that number with 6 zeros following it. We are often delighted by promises and offers that are too good to be true and make cash fast instead of working hard and smart. If Elon Musk just kept watching television during his younger years, instead of coding while lacking sleep, Tesla and SpaceX won't be existing today. Also, If he didn't persevere during the tough times and pursued his goals, he wouldn't have discovered strategies to expand his businesses when he's lacking in finances. Just to tell you the truth, even if you read hundreds of books, listen to audio programs, or attended many seminars to become financially free, doing your part by taking action is the hardest. 10 years may pass, and you still didn't reach your goal because of the lack of initiative to take action or not aligning yourself to what you really want. Being there and the feeling of worthlessness will soon creep as age comes by. Number 4 is the law of correspondence. Our outer world is the reflection of our inner world. Here's an example for us to see how this law works. If you observe in your neighborhood, there are people with different personalities or attitude. The grumpy ones will manifest their mood on their face, which will let you know they're thinking, just by looking at the wrinkles on their foreheads, the way they dress, walk, and act. A lively or positive person will keep the smile on their lips even in their old age, and they have different body language from their previous one. A simpler example is if you have a headache, you would often touch your forehead and slump. It depends on the way you process the effects. So if a person is a millionaire, it doesn't mean that they're always happy, but they also have many ups and downs, like filing for bankruptcies, or their stock value suddenly tripled or more. They are millionaires since they think, they act, and they align themselves on ways how to gain enough money through businesses or work promotions. Tough times will come, but they will look for solutions to bring their millions back under their bank accounts or investments. Number 5 is the law of attraction. I'm sure most of us know about the controversial movie called The Secret. This film can pump you up at the moment, but is actually lacking some of the other laws and principles that should accompany it so that the individual who will use it will be successful. You can ask those who watch it, and you could find out that despite knowing the law of attraction for more than a decade, many are still in their similar conditions, without big changes, like what the film promoted. This law states that you attract to you what your thoughts and emotions are into. Negative thoughts attract negative outcomes, and positive thoughts attract positive outcomes. It's like if you cause a ripple on water, it will also come back to you. This is not as easy as thinking you will be a millionaire, and millions of money will happily be deposited into your account miraculously. You actually have to apply these 12 laws together, which means that you have to accompany your thoughts with planning, decision-making, and taking action that will keep you moving forward to your dream. So if you want to attract millions, you could consider different sources of income, like selling items online, giving consultancy services, innovating a product that has mass appeal, and more. This will require time, effort, and money. Number 6 is the law of cause and effect, or law of karma. This law is also called as the iron law of the universe, or if you remember the famous quote, you reap what you sow. We can observe this law, even in simple sins, like if you have work overload, this can destroy your relationships, result to burnout, insomnia, and weight gain or loss. The vibrations that you put out through thoughts, emotions, and actions will have effects on your life and on others. If you did an evil act, you'll reap the results later on, since this law states that the ripple effect may not happen instantly. The case is similar if you did the opposite. It may be hard for us to remember our past actions that led to the results we have now, but this is a rule that you must never ignore. because it can either send you to the heights of success or in the path of mediocrity. In your path on seeking success, there could be instances when you will be lured to scam people or become dishonest. You may gain immediate profits at the moment, but the negative effects of your actions to your reputation will taint your name for a lifetime. If you want to succeed in investing, for you to increase your net worth by working on your investment portfolio or stocks, you can learn from the greatest investors like Philip Fisher on growth stocks, Jack Bogle and Vanguard Group, Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing, Warren Buffett, the sage of Omaha, Charlie Munger on multiple mental models approach on investments, and more. If you do your part and follow the paths of these successful people, you will soon see yourself achieving your goals. And I have to remind you again that it is often easier said than done. Number 7 is the law of compensation. This law is also related to the law of karma, or cause and effect. It just states that you will always be compensated for what you do, negative or positive. If you apply this to work and business, the moral and ethical codes that you follow and regulate there will not be ignored. There will always be a return. If you work hard for your dreams, you will soon get what you deserve. There is no free ride. You pay the price first, then the rewards or losses will come. An example is if you are honest with your negotiations in deals with the people around you, time will come when the fruits of your goodness will return. This is good to apply in your relationships, but please do act in goodness without always thinking of the payment that the other person will give you. This is one of the reasons some who donate to charity or support people don't want their acts to be publicized, since they feel that it is better if their acts of kindness are not known, just for marketing or to those in need. This law will automatically work for them, without expecting the people they help to give something back to them. Maintaining a millionaire status is not an easy task, since your business may do well today, but who knows about the future? To apply this law, there are many complexities in business and investing that you have to understand. You may have to hire people who are expert on those fields, since you can't be all and do all. If you don't have enough experience, let people who love doing those do the work for you while you pay them fairly. Nothing is free, and you have to understand that. As you work yourself day and night for your business to keep up or sell it for a new venture, the returns can soon be seen as the days go by. Don't always think that you can see the results of what you are working for immediately. Some who planted trees in the past never saw the trees grow, but the following generations are benefiting from the fruits, oxygen, and the shade that they provide. You can search about the legacies of the founders or CEOs of popular companies or those that stood the test of time, and you will discover that their works didn't go in vain. And please know, why do we still remember the valiant 300 Spartans after hundreds of years have passed? Cleopatra, Socrates, Plato, Alexander the Great, Napoleon Bonaparte, Abraham Lincoln, Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Steve Jobs, and other notable figures in our past still remain in the minds of humanity, even if years and years pass, due to their actions or ideas that still contributed to humanity in one way or another. Of course, there are also negatives, and those will not be easily forgotten in history in many years to come. Number 8 is the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Higher frequencies of energy consumes the lower ones, since according to the first law of thermodynamics, energy can never be created nor destroyed, but can only be changed are transferred from one form to another. It applies to us humans, who are composed of energy. We can manifest and shape our world in a way we wanted it to be, like a designer of a house who chooses the layout, furniture, appliances, art pieces, and decorations. As an example, if you have family members who are negative thinkers, and their vibrations are stronger than you could be easily influenced, and you will soon see the world as the worst place to live in, and everything around you is awful. However, it could also work in the opposite way. If you are gloomy, but your brother or family members are lively, they could influence your feelings and make you feel better. The one with the stronger vibration will affect the lower one, so be careful with this when dealing with people, especially in your workplace and business. There are co-workers who could help you level up, while there are those who prefer to push you down. This sounds true if you have good friendships as well. Your feeling of loneliness, anger, or despair can be removed if they have higher frequencies in happiness or in seeing the beauty of life despite the struggles. You can apply this in real life by aiming to do your best and helping people ease their pain and problems by presenting them solutions as a show of love or in business and work. Many companies that are existing now are helping us solve some of our problems, like parks that help families have time to enjoy different trails, grocery stores that easily provide us the items we need in everyday life, tech companies that either make communication easier or life comfortable, and more. You can tap into this, but don't abuse the system, or else it will work against you and give you negative returns. Number 9 is the law of relativity. We are the one who assign meanings to what we perceive. This law states that there are challenges or trials that will soon cross our paths, and it's up to us to put this in the right perspective. This is what most motivational videos teach about, either seeing a glass half empty or half full. It is really hard when challenges arrive and you feel stuck and alone. It will surely take time before you will wake up to your senses and evaluate if this is an opportunity or a lesson that you can learn from. You can choose to feel a victim or see trials as opportunities to grow. We all experience struggles, and the ultra-rich are not exempted from these. You could feel that you are carrying the world on your shoulders, but there could be someone who is experiencing a worse situation, but sees the condition as a way to learn. If you want to be a millionaire or be the best, this is one of the lessons that you have to put in your heart. It is really hard to see that your business is growing or has a bright future if what you see are losses in the records of your business. You can research about Walt Disney and Starbucks history when you are at these moments. Even the current billionaires are great examples when it comes to overcoming challenges. As I always say, it's always easier said than done, even if you already know these laws. It would surely take time to change perspectives or mindset, and you can take it one step at a time. Number 10 is the law of polarity. Where there is darkness, there is light. Where there is love, there is hate. This law states that everything exists in two in the universe. When it comes to life and making money, we have to remember that stocks rise and fall, businesses open and close, life has successes and failures, and there are profits and losses. If you are familiar with the recording done in business, like bookkeeping or accounting, there is even a debit and credit side of transactions. Buildings and humans have short and tall, wide and narrow streets, or even the concept of simple and complex. The list goes on for this law. The only remaining factor now is how we can incorporate this in our lives and better understand the events and sins that we will pass through. If you feel like a failure, don't lose hope. Number 11 is the law of rhythm. The seasons, cycles, systems, and patterns in this world and in the universe are based on this law of rhythm. It states that the creations we see, including us, are part of this, and it's up to us to use it to make our lives better. These rhythms can also be seen in the discovery of the famous mathematician Pythagoras, when he made the musical scales that are being used today based on the waves of the constant sounds of an anvil of a metal worker in the past. He even said that everything has music that can be turned into ratios, and the bodies in the solar system are in a harmony in certain frequencies that the human ears can perceive. This teaches us that life has ups and downs, and if you feel weak now, take your time to recover and don't force yourself, since your body and mind may not be able to handle it. If you feel burned out, take the time to return to your state of well-being. Rest, eat well, meditate, or enjoy your time with nature to be rejuvenated. Number 12 is the law of gender. This law states that there is a masculine and feminine energy that exists in this universe for creations to exist. You possess both of these energies, and it's up to you to balance the uses instead of just relying only on the masculine that has been practiced in our society for a long time. We have kindness and compassion from the passive inward-flowing feminine energy. On the other hand, the masculine energy, which is outward-flowing, is for hard work and action that can help us in work and business. We have tendencies to focus only on what is accepted in our society, and it's difficult when the crowd is watching. Even if you want to be genuine and be yourself, the decision is yours, as you already learned some of the laws. As a person striving to be a millionaire, never ignore the importance of compassion to others and your integrity. Never consider other humans as working robots or only tools for you to profit from. Apply these laws in your life to improve your relationships and increase your net worth. In reality, these are not easy to implement immediately or all at once, so do it gradually or at your own pace. I hope that this information has at least contributed to your well-being and success. If you think that this is useful to others also and provide them value, please take your time to share it to them. And of course, you can click subscribe to be notified when another video is released. See you soon!